What's up, everybody? Welcome to my first YouTube video. It is I, Numetalhedgehog. You'll probably see me around on Instagram Reels, TikTok, or even here on YouTube Shorts. Today I just want to do something a little different in honor of celebrating 30,000 of you guys following me on Instagram, which I just want to say thank you all so much. I want to do a little something special and finding an excuse to upload a YouTube video. So I did a little Q&A. I just wanted to have you guys send me questions on my Instagram through my DMs. I picked about 5 or 6 of them. I know you guys sent a lot of questions, but I picked a few of them that kind of like gave some good lore background story to me. Basically be good little story times. Just sit back, relax, enjoy the show, grab some popcorn snacks, and it's time to dive in deep into some Numetalhedgehog lore. Let's go. The first question, what got you into the Sonic series? So, a little about me and how I got into the Sonic series. I got into it when I was about maybe like 5-6 years old. It was on the GameCube. It was Sonic Adventure 2. That was my first Sonic game. I was at GameStop with my dad. I grew up in Connecticut, so we had this little GameStop in our town in Connecticut. And I was trying to look around for some games for my GameCube because I just got one for, I think it was my birthday? Yeah, my birthday. I just got one. So I'm looking around in the GameCube gaming section at GameStop, and I see this one game that caught my eye. The cover on it looked so beautiful. It was perfect. It was the rawest cover of all time. And what was it? It was Sonic Adventure 2 Battle for the GameCube. And I begged my dad. I'm like, please, this is the one. This is the one. I want it. So I just spent countless hours on that game, on the Chow Garden, grinding. I think, low-key, I've probably played that game for like 3-4 years straight. It was insane. And then after that, I got into more Sonic games, like with the Sonic Gems collection, Sonic Heroes, Sonic Adventure 1, and then I went to play like the old school games like Sonic 1, 2, 3, and Knuckles. That was essentially like my gateway into the series, and from here on out, here I am, freaking 20 plus years later, still a huge fan of the series. It's been amazing. That's probably my most replayed video game of all time, Sonic Adventure 2. The music, live and learn. It shaped my music taste as well. Crush 40 was probably, Crush 40 and Linkin Park were probably like my gateway into rock music. So those two bands shaped my music taste and made me like essentially who I am today. Live and learn. I just be spending so many hours on the little audio section on the game, just jamming to the music all the time. It was amazing. It was just a beautiful experience. Thank you to everybody on that team who made that game. I wanted Sonic Adventure 3. We need it. Sega, Sonic team, if you're watching, come on. TikTok. Next question, question number 2. What drives you to create content and how do you come up with your video ideas? So, what really drives me to create content, when I first got exposed to YouTube, I grew up watching so many people doing Let's Plays of like Sonic Unleashed, Sonic and the Black Knight, Sonic Adventure, you know, Find the Computer Room, Game Grumps, Hellfire Comms, what was that guy's name? I'm trying to remember. Dark Spine Sonic, I think that was his name too, the guy on YouTube who would do like freaking glitch through Sonic 06 and finish stages in like 30-40 seconds. It was insane. Also Shadow759, that's another inspiration of mine. Grew up watching all these Sonic creators and I fed more into my love for Sonic. So I wanted to be just like these people. But unfortunately, I'm a kid. I'm a stupid kid. I don't got any money. I don't gotta get a job. I was gonna hire a 12, 13-year-old at McDonald's, you know? So, essentially, I would always just want to be one growing up. I've even, like, when I would play, like, Sonic games, I would practice, like, pretend like I'm doing a live stream or running a Let's Play for my non-existent YouTube channel. And just pretend, you know, talk about the game that I'm playing. Like, oh, okay, guys, we're playing Sonic Unleashed today. Oh, we're going over here. Oh, I died. You know, just like your typical live stream. Because my family kind of grew up poor, really. I didn't have a good computer. Or I couldn't afford gaming equipment. It has been, like, my passion. And I guess, like, as I grew up, the more and more... So as time went on and the older I got, I kind of just really fell off of it. But, like, in the back of my mind, I still really wanted to be a content creator. And, you know, as older I got, life got more busy. And essentially, that got out of the way for me. for creating content. But 2-3 years ago, I broke my wrist. I was going for a run. Like, I tripped on an uneven step, and I broke my freaking wrist. my left wrist right here. I can't play guitar anymore, unfortunately, or bass. It's kind of what I used to do before I was Numetalhedgehog. I started a page, like, just on my old Instagram. It's deleted. I just I play guitar and bass, just cover songs that I like for fun at the time. And I broke my wrist. I had to get a surgery, a metal plate in me. And while I'm recovering, like, I guess essentially like on like on the hospital bed, scared, prepping for surgery, I'm like, okay, when I get out of this, I'm gonna say screw it. I don't care how old I am. I've always wanted to be a Sonic content creator, but I also love metal music. So I'm gonna combine those two, make my personality Sonic and metal, and boom, Numetalhedgehog was born. Once I recovered from my surgery, I'm like, okay, I'm good. I can kind of use my wrist and play video games again. I created my pages, and I just locked the heck in. And that's essentially my backstory. So that's really kind of how I got into content creation. But what drives me in general into it is I want to be like a safe space for you guys. I get a lot of comments, a lot of messages that like, hey man, you inspired me to make content, or you made me not afraid to show my love for Sonic anymore. I'm making Sonic content on my pages, and I don't care who sees it. I've even gotten messages that people are like, yo, your videos have like saved my life. And every time I think about it, it gives me goosebumps. So what drives me to create content is you guys. As long as like I can make one person happy or smile with my videos, I'm not going anywhere. You're not getting rid of me. You guys alone really what drives me, and I appreciate and I love you guys. I want to thank you all for where you've gotten me today. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys. The second part of that question, how do I come up with my ideas? See, my main content is skits. I trends change every day. There's a new trend popping up every day, so I gotta be on my phone, on TikTok or Reels, seeing what's going on, what's trending, see what ways I could get inspired by or come up with like my own version to make it Sonic related. I have a planner, I have a notes app. I should really find like more professional apps to like write down my ideas. Usually just try to think up stuff for the week, videos I can make for the week, write them down, plan them out, record them. Something like a trend, like a really popular trend pops up, I'll reschedule that video for like another day or whatever. So it's really how I come up with my ideas. Okay, next question. Congratulations on 30K, dude. Thank you. What has been one of your favorite accomplishments so far, and why? This is a really good question. I'm gonna share two. I'm gonna share two accomplishments because both are really freaking cool. My first accomplishment was I got to collaborate with Sonic, and I visited Sega all within like 2 weeks. Here's a picture right here at Sega HQ in Burbank. We're doing the freaking new metal pose. I got to collaborate with Sonic. How that came up, it was the campaign for the Racing for Rings campaign that Sonic was doing for promotion for Sonic Racing. It was like, what, beginning of June, something like that. The social media manager for Sega, she hit me up. She was like, hey, Numetalhedgehog, it's great to finally talk to you. I've been wanting to work with you. I want you to be part of this campaign that we're doing. We're hyping up for Sonic. Just want you to post this picture of him. If I try to find it, I'll put it up right here. It's essentially kind of like sending me feet pics of him in the card. And you're just gonna be like, why is Sonic sending me this picture? I posted it, I was like, oh, guys, why is Sonic sending me feet pics? What's going on here? And that was really cool being part of that. And visiting Sega HQ, I don't want to say HQ, but like visiting the Sega office in Burbank like a whole week later. It was insane. It was amazing. That's probably something I would never thought would happen in my career as a content creator, especially wasn't even a creator for a whole year yet. I did not think, really, if you asked like me 2 years ago, be like, hey, you're gonna be at the Sega office in Burbank. I'm gonna be like, what are you talking about, man? That's one of my greatest accomplishments. The second greatest accomplishment is, it still feels so real to say, but being sponsored by Hot Topic. If you guys don't know, I am sponsored by Hot Topic, not for this video, but just like on social media. They send me out to concerts, they send me free clothes, they send me to festivals. That alone is crazy because 90% of my closet is stuff from Hot Topic. Before I was a creator, I would mostly buy my clothes from Hot Topic. My merch, tees, jewelry, accessories, everything was from Hot Topic. So now that I really don't have to buy clothes anymore or buy concert tickets or festival tickets as much as I used to, that alone is insane and a great achievement. And again, thank you guys for putting me in that position, because that wouldn't happen if it wasn't for all of you. Being sponsored by Hot Topic is a crazy accomplishment of mine. And I have my own storefront alone too on there as well, where you guys can see the outfits I wear for my photo shoots and some of my videos. Link down below. Shameless plug, shameless plug. Next question. Any big plans for the future? Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. Stay tuned by the end of the year and I'll show you guys why they call me Numetalhedgehog. Whoa. Too much of a little tease. End of the year. Okay, final question, because this video is kind of getting a little too long. I'm just yapping too much. I don't want this to be like a whole 20-minute Q&A. But like I said, thank you guys for all the questions you guys sent me. I got a lot of great questions. And if I were able to answer all of them, this video will be like a freaking hour long. Way for you guys to get to know me a little bit more here on YouTube, or if you came to this video from my other platforms as well. So, last question. How difficult was it to be a Sonic content creator early on? Now this one, I really like this question. Essentially, when I became a Sonic content creator, I really had a lot of doubts about it, especially skit-wise, because when I first started out, there really weren't too many people doing that. That's why I went on that route for like doing skits on music, the games, all that stuff. You know, like the typical videos that I do. There really weren't that many people that were doing it. So I was really hesitant and nervous early on, and I'm like, is this gonna be good? Is this gonna flop? There's just so many fears. There's just so many overthinking. I was terrified. I did it. I just went like, screw it, I'm gonna do it. And like surprisingly and lucky enough, my first video on Instagram, it got like 300k views. Put it up here. There's a video of me being like, oh, let's go gambling, and you take a Sonic fan to Target. that was my first video. And I didn't expect it to blow up like that. And I'm like, oh my god, okay. So, of course, with that, since there weren't too many people doing stuff like that, and the videos kept blowing up and going, and it was slowly growing. You know, I started from zero followers. So the normies, when they would go on their For You page, they'll check out my profile, 50 followers. Let me bully this dude. You know, like they're basically like the monkeys from Superman. Just like hating, and some of the comments I got when I started on, they were pretty insane. But I didn't let that down. Don't let no hate comments get you down, chat. They only make you stronger, and they only help out your videos. That was really essentially like difficult part about it. Really a lot of overthinking and fear of wondering if it's not gonna go good. And it was scary. It was really scary trying to do this. And especially at my age, I was 27 when I started. I'm 28 now. So being a 27-year-old married grown man making videos on Sonic, I was really scared. It was difficult, and you know, of course, I got hate along the way. Essentially, that's how difficult it was being a creator, like early on for me. That was the most difficult part of me, just overcoming the hate and the anxiety, the overthinking. That's what essentially the anxiety, the doubt, the self-doubt is really what held me back for years, and why I came late into the content creator game. But like I mentioned earlier in the video, when I broke my wrist and I was in the recovery room in the hospital, I just let go of all that fear and doubt. And I'm just like, okay, who cares? Let's lock in and let's make some Sonic the Hedgehog content. And you guys have supported it all so much through this past year. And I just want to thank you all so much for the love and support. I love you guys. I would not be here without any of you. And that's about it for our video. That's a little Q&A. Thank you to everybody who submitted these questions. Let me know if you guys wanted me to do this again. Maybe we'll do it at 35k, 40k. I don't know. Comment below. Let me know. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, stay tuned for more videos. What type of content you guys want to see on the YouTube channel? You want to see some vlogs, like Sonic related vlogs, more like backstories, gameplay, let's plays? You guys want to see some let's plays? We're up on let's plays, so I don't know. I know it's kind of like a dead genre, but let's see. Just comment below. Let me know what you guys want to see next on the channel. Or if we should do this again. All my links to my socials will be down below. I love you guys. Thank you all for checking out the video, and peace. Take care, gang.